Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is back. I do want to say this though. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of drama going on here. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's should we do a sponsor? Let's get the sponsor out of the way. Let's get the sponsor out of the way. Shout out to everybody. Wake up. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
To a new city, paint the city.
What?
Rolling with my team, you see them.
Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of drama going on here. But you know, this is the intro of accountability. No diss. No diss. No diss. We're not using real names here. You know what I'm saying? I do want to put that out there. You know what I mean? We're not using real names. These are public figures. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, I know. Get mad! Get mad! Get mad! Bad news told everything. Wait a minute. He told 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. He told everything. Wait a minute. Cheese in the chat, please. Cheese up in this chat. Gorgonzola, mozzarella, everything. Before we finish the intro, somebody made a video. Shout out to Texago. This is not actually bad news. I do want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? This is is AI bad news.
So I was standing right there, and the guy just walked up. He pulled out the gun and shot me right here in the chest. I fell down immediately. Ever since I got shot, my career, my future, it's all up in the air now. How am I supposed to move forward when this hangs over everything?
Antoine, who shot you? Who shot you? I'll tell you.
It's number 4.
Bad news told everything. Shout out to everybody. 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. Bad news. You know, the whole police report and everything. Hopped up out of that hospital bed, ran down that hallway and saw Officer T. Ward and said, wait. Turn that body cam off and hand me that binder. Officer T. Ward obliged. Bad news. Opened up that binder. Saw that list of suspects in the photo lineup and said, wait. I know who's responsible for all of this. Number 4, Thug Life, he did. He told everything. Shout out to Officer T. Ward. You know what I mean? Holding the gangsters accountable. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Also, Clone owes knowledge of foot. I do want to put that out there. I'm sorry. This is the intro of accountability. You know, he owes knowledge of foot. He hasn't paid. Clone told on Ape Gang. It was another investigation we reviewed. He sat in front of them detectives and said everything. Shout out to Clone. I don't think he has a Twitter anymore, but he's on Instagram showing his rap skills. He's rapping that snitch life. So I don't know. Shout out to him. No diss, public figure and all that. No diss. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If y'all gangsters want to tell, it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You can you know, listen to his music. It's no, I'm not telling y'all not to do that. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Also, rocks in the chat, please. Can we get some rocks in the chat for 40? Can we? I'm sorry. No diss. No diss. No diss. 40 has been stealing from the battle rap community for years now. You know what I mean? It is what it is. She has been showing up to battles with no bars. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say that. Oh God, my phone's going crazy. So she's been stealing from the battle rap community for years. Do want to put that out there real quick. Shout out to her. You know, they keep booking her because she's fine with no material for the battles. Rocks in the chat for clean paper, please. Can we get some rocks in the chat for clean? No diss. No diss. He is a public figure battle rapper, and he has been stealing from the battle rap community for years now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, taking them deposits. You know what I mean? Not showing up to battles. You know what I mean? We just holding them accountable. If you're going to get booked for a battle, you know, please do the battle. Stop running off on deposits. It's not a good look. Shout out to Clean Paper. Baby bottles in the chat for chess, please. Can we get some baby bottles in the chat for chess? Clip longer than the PIPERBOY intros. Can we get baby bottles in the chat for chess? Chess has been, you know, in battle rap battles, he's been choking in the battles. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting his material, you know, throwing up in the battles. I don't know. Maybe need some KO pectate. Shout out to Chess. He has earned himself a sound bar sound. Shout out to Chess. They're forgetting the burp Chess. Shout out to Chess. It's only 3 rounds. It's only 3 rounds. Shout out to Chess. You know, one of the premier battlers from back in the day, you know what I mean? Hopefully he gets that under control, but he just still keeps choking in battles. They just forget to burp him. Shout out to Smack. Shout out to everybody. Can y'all burp Chess, please, before the battles, please? It's okay, Chess. We're paying good money. I'm tired of you. Tired of you choking in battles. Shout out to Chess. Also, boxing gloves in the chat, please, for official. Can we get some boxing gloves in the chat for official? Official lets it be known. Talk crazy about my family in a battle, and you can get the binks. Boop, boop, bow, boop, big. Boop, boop, big, boop, bow. Official, you know what I mean, became extra official that night in battle rap. Shout out to her. She hit her opponent with the bicycle kick. I can't do it like official, you know what I mean, or Liu Kang, you know what I'm saying? See, we're gonna let Liu Kang do this. Shout out to Liu Kang, you know what I'm saying? He did say that. No diss. Are we forgetting anybody? You know what I'm saying? DVDs in the chat for Battle Factz, please. Can we get some DVDs up in this chat for Factz? Shout out to Battle Factz. No diss. You know what I mean? No diss. No diss. Battle Factz. Y'all mad at him? But Battle Factz. Battle Factz had me rolling, you know, when he was telling on his co-defendant. Shout out to him. No diss. Battle Factz told that officer everything. He said, this is the position he was in when he was talking to the white boy. I was admiring the DVD. Shout out to Battle Factz for admiring those DVD players. Shout out to Factz. I hit Battle Factz up. I'm like, yo, Battle Factz. What is up with this DVD player that you are admiring here? You know what I mean? What model was? I'm sorry, I had to call him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I needed to know. Christmas time is coming up. Battle Factz said I walked in there. I seen all this nice furniture and the DVD player I was admiring. I admired the setup. I admired the whole home invasion. I admired everything. Shout out to Factz. No diss. Yo, did y'all see the hold on. Did y'all see the live that we did? We tried to keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the statement was we were reacting to Byron Blake's statement. But I mean not Byron Blake's statement, but Byron Blake putting out Battle Facts statement. It was so funny, bro. We was live for like 3 hours, gang. You know what I'm saying? 3 hours and 40 minutes reacting to all of that. Battle Facts, shout out to Battle Facts, no diss. You know what I mean? He was showing off his calligraphy skills. You know what I mean? The statement was written and he wrote it in cursive. He said, I'm not telling on you in print. I'm doing it in cursive. He double signed. Shout out to Factz. You know what I'm saying? No diss. CDs in the chat, please. It is what it is. Yo, I cannot get over that. I don't know what's going on between them and, you know, Byron Blake and Factz. I don't know if that's done or if it, you know, whatever. We'll see. Battle Facts ended up blogging about something else. I think like the whole K-Shine and stuff like that. So I don't know. His co-defendant came forward. You know what I mean? I think it's co-defendant. Facts, call a co-defendant. I think he's making this worse. It's called the co-defendant. He tries to. This is what the co-defendant says, right?
People discrediting you, you have to be careful of what you put into the atmosphere. If you're constantly
YouTube, this is on Twitter. Let me slow this down. So I don't have to call these MCNs today. This is what he said.
People discrediting you, you have to be careful of what you put into the atmosphere. If you're constantly throwing somebody under the bus and then you start to lose credibility, you cannot be upset that people are not valuing your opinion the way they should.
So he's talking about, I think he's talking about somebody else, right? In that, because he goes on to talk about his Rico and stuff like that. But then he talks about this, right? Because I said, it says Jackpot comes forward and says he's not mad about Fact's statement, the one that put him at the scene, right? And so that's the statement that put him at the scene. It put the blicky in his hand. It put, you know what I mean, the finger. The finger on the hammer, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he said he's not mad. He don't think that's snitching. So I do want to put out what the co-defendant is saying.
Jackpot would have did this. Jackpot wouldn't have did that. And that would have been ratting. Hold on, nigga, how you do that? So what his situation was, he tried to talk himself out of that, and that was his situation. I don't.
Wait. Hold on. Let me slow that down a minute. I'm 41. It takes me time to understand.
Jackpot would have did this. Jackpot wouldn't have did that. And that would have been ratting. Hold on, nigga, how you do that? So what his situation was, he tried to talk himself out of that, and that was his situation. I don't, that was what it was. I just didn't do that. And that.
So the problem with him saying this is that I think Factz is trying to, like, they're trying to say that they both had the same plan. Like, I guess, like, if they get caught, you know what I mean? I don't know, because Factz, I think he put it on members only. Like, if they get caught, what they would do is, like, tell the same story or whatever to try to get out of it. I don't know, but he's saying that, oh, God.
Jackpot would have did this. Jackpot wouldn't have did that. And that would have been ratting. Hold on, nigga, how you do that? So what his situation was, he tried to talk himself out of that, and that was his situation. I don't, that was what it was. I just didn't do that. And that, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a person a rat, bro. A rat would have been dead. Jackpot would have did this. Jackpot wouldn't have did that. And that.
So I don't know here. Jackpot. I don't advocate crime here. You know what I'm saying? I do want to put that out there clearly. So Jackpot, I watched a lot of movies here, right? So you mean to tell me, let's just say Ocean's 11, right? Pull a bank situation, right? And I put everything on you in a statement. You're fine with that? he's super solid. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Jackpot, I don't mind putting on a crown on you, gang. He'd be like, yeah, PIPERBOY ain't telling me. Shout out to him though. I don't know. I think he's making the situation worse. I would probably just chill on that. You know what I mean? Like, not. I don't know. I know you're trying to save him or whatever. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I also want to show you guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is when I ran down on Young Buck. Sorry about that. It's accidents. He's lit right now. He's in the streets talking to Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? People try to say your boy is scary. I don't. You know, I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But scary person wouldn't do something like that. I'm just putting that out there. Shout out to everybody. So Anwar and Twork. I had to get clearance for this before I put this up. Shout out to Rod. He said it was cool for me to use this. So Twork and Anwar, right? They are being interviewed after the Eazy to Block Captain battle. And the interview is interesting to me. You know what I mean? Y'all, God, what do y'all think about this, right? What do y'all think about this?
How you feel?
I'm fine. Again, the same thing bro said, like, shit needed to get done. At the end of the day, you know, got rescheduled a couple of times. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Eazy and his camp. You know, it is what it is. I'm chilling, man. Christmas is this week. My kid's about to be fine. His kid's about to be fine. Right. Izzy's birthday tomorrow. Like, I can't wait.
How good?
What do y'all think about that? You know what I mean? I don't know. Come on, Anwar. Anwar, I'm about to call you.
You feel?
I'm fine. Again, the same thing bro said, like, shit needed to get done. At the end of the day, you know, got rescheduled a couple of times. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Eazy and his camp. You know, it is what it is. I'm chilling, man. Christmas is this week.
Anwar, no! You're not supposed to say that. And I was like, I'm chilling. Christmas is next week. Anwar, this was $20, Anwar. What you doing?
Kid's about to be fine. His kid's about to be fine. Right. Izzy, Eazy and his camp. You know, it is what it is. I'm chilling, man. Christmas is this week. My kid's about to be fine. His kid's about to be fine. Right. Izzy's birthday tomorrow. Like, I can't wait.
How good was?
Apologize to the fans though. Like.
Okay.
Hold on. Twork had to step in. Like, all right, hold on. Like, I do want to apologize to the fans. Anwar, you can't like. Anwar, you gotta understand, bro. Everybody is mad here. You know, people are expecting. You gotta think. People are expecting New Jersey Twork to be the best, you know, that they've ever seen. And you know, and then you're marketing and promoting it. You know what I mean? Talking about. You know, you don't want to miss the battle. You know, and then the battle happens and it's a clear wash. Like he gets washed by Eazy. And he's not prepared, you know, and then, but when you say, you know, our Christmas is going to be good, like, you're basically saying, you might not be trying to say this, but it's like, you're basically saying, like, yo, we got your money, so our Christmas is good. Oh my God, Anwar! Are they, and then Twork has to, I think Twork is like hearing all of this. And he's just like, apologize to the fans. Oh, God.
You feel?
I'm fine. Again, the same thing bro said, like, shit needed to get done. At the end of the day, you know, got rescheduled a couple of times. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Eazy and his camp. You know, it is what it is. I'm chilling, man. Christmas is this week. My kid's about to be fine. His kid's about to be fine. Right. Izzy's birthday tomorrow. Like, I can't wait.
How good
I
was?
apologize to the fans though. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
Oh man. Oh God. Sorry, Anwar. Tomatoes in the chat. Tomatoes in the chat for that. You know, oh God, Anwar. What you moan, bruh? Y'all got our money, gang. Shout to Polo. Polo, I'm sorry. Polo had to go off on Anwar. This was hilarious, gang. Hold on.
Anwar, come here, my boy. Anwar, come here, my boy. First off, Anwar, what? First off, let's read some of these tweets. Anwar said, I've been very quiet, just chilling, watching, listening. What you was listening to? What you was listening to, Anwar? What you was listening to? What you was watching? Huh? Then he goes, y'all not gonna wanna miss this. Miss what, Anwar? What we gonna miss? What we gonna miss? Like, miss what? What we gonna miss, Anwar? Then he goes, invite only, aka no witnesses. Yo, listen. Anwar,
Tell me what y'all think.
Anwar, come here, my boy. First off, Anwar, what? First off, let's read some of these tweets. Anwar said, I've been very quiet, just chilling, watching, listening. What you was listening to? Anwar?
You not playing with Anwar.
What you was watching? What you was listening to? Huh? Then he goes, y'all not gonna want to miss this. Miss what, Anwar? What we gonna miss? What we gonna miss? Like, miss what? What we gonna miss, Anwar? Then he goes, invite only, aka no witnesses. Yo, listen.
So, hey, Anwar, it's why they mad, man. Like, I'm mad too. Like, what going Anwar? What do y'all think? Twerk tried to mitigate the damage here. You know, I apologize to the fans. You know what I mean? Did he seem sorry to y'all? I don't know. But Anwar's been saying that, you know, Twerk is going to sit down. Real life is happening. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. Let me, so he went on 3 Letterman's podcast. Might want to check out the interview.
Before the Lux battle, we all know about Twerk getting locked up and all that, like leak going to London. A lot has happened. I'm not about to sit here and put bro business on the internet, but a lot has happened between then. And you know what they say, when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. And it just is what it is. Like, but as men, as fathers, as providers, sometimes we just got to go in there and take our lumps because we made commitments. And that's what this was today. We had to go in there.
He said, we just had to go in there and take our lumps. We had a commitment. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Did URL put y'all up to this? Did they put y'all up to this? Go there. Give a lackluster battle with no replay value. Put another stain on TBL. The culture won't like them. Surf will be home soon. And we'll get our glory back. I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't think they actually did that. I don't know. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Is Anwar's apology? Is this an apology? I don't know. I think Twerk should be doing an interview with Anwar. I'm sorry, with PSA podcaster or whatever. You know what I mean? I think he should be doing an interview and explaining what's going on. There's always something is going on, real life is happening. Every battle rapper uses that, you know, and if you go further into the interview, Anwar is talking to Three Letterman, and he's saying things like, yo, they found out at the last minute the battle was going to happen, so he really couldn't do much prep, you know what I mean? But I don't really think that would fly with a lot of fans. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm hearing, I don't know if this is right, the Twerk battle was booked before the Cassidy battle, right? So he had ample time to get material ready. You can have material ready, and then like once you get close to doing the battle, like when he was supposed to do the battle the first time, you know what I mean? Then you practice and you get everything right, you know what I'm saying? And you go in there, you do your job. But for whatever reason, he didn't do the battle the first time. You know, people speculate on what's going on. He's got personal issues that was going on with that, you know, and that's something that people ain't gonna play about, you know what I mean? There's what it is. So the first battle didn't happen, right? But he still was supposed to have material for that battle, right? Then the battle was supposed to happen again, like after the Cassidy battle. And he's saying like he's ready to do the battle. He was at the hotel, you know what I mean? All of that. He was ready to do the battle. So was he not like having his material together then when he's saying that he was ready to do the battle? So then that battle doesn't happen that Sunday, and then they have to figure out arrangements to make the battle happen again. So this is like the third time the battle's supposed to happen. So whether or not they told him like a day in advance, 2 days in advance, 3 days in advance, whatever, even if it's 6 hours in advance or something, like, let's just say it's a short window, he still had 2 different times he could have done the battle. So he should have had, you see what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong in the chat? Tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong in the chat, right? He should have had the material ready and ready to go. When Eazy the Block Captain, you know what I mean, he had the issue with the Cassidy battle, right? And then the battle, for whatever reason, that impacted the Twerk battle. Twerk was there ready to battle, whatever. And whatever happened, that didn't happen. So next time the battle gets scheduled, Eazy's got it. You got to think, right? And I know it's a lot of Eazy haters. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of E haters, right? So Eazy's dealing with Hitman coming at him. He's got a, you know, the issue that's going on with him and, you know, the ARP, you know, dropping blogs on him, right? That's pressure. He's got the fans bombing on him. He's got media bombing on him. He's got comment sections bombing on him. He's got his old friends bombing on him. He's got his ex-girlfriend bombing on him. He's got to deal with Papoose doing an interview. They bombing on him. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of this is going on, right? The battle gets rescheduled and set up maybe in a short period of time, whatever. And he was still able to give you 3 rounds when he had way more going on in the media aspect of everything than Twerk. You know what I'm saying? And I know people don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt or whatever, but that's what was going on. Now, Twerk, if he's dealing with the, you know, whatever we knew he was dealing with the whole luck situation, if you can't do the battle, don't do the battle. If you're not prepared, don't do the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it would make more sense just to do that. That way you don't upset the fans. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes you got to get a job. What's wrong with getting a job? Is it wrong to get a job, chat? Sometimes you got to get a job. No diss, right? That way I have a job, right? A career. So I don't have to do this, you know, and I can still earn money, right? It's just people that's watching me. They probably at work watching me. It's no problem with having a job. Why not y'all battle rap? Because I seen 15 Minutes of Fame, right? They did like they had the fans come on. And they, you know, he was interviewing fans to try to see what they was thinking about the culture, the state of the culture. And people were saying like, yo, why don't Twerk, hey, get a job? So that if stuff like this happens, he would, well, they didn't say Twerk, but battlers. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Twerk because Twerk played this, right? Like, why don't battlers get a job? That way, like, when situations happen, they don't have to say real life is happening, right? And then they choking and stumbling and taking battles, and you know what I mean? They're oversaturating themselves, and you know, the marketing of the artist is lower because all, like, they're talking to different fans are talking about different aspects of why the state of the culture is where it is. But somebody brought up, like, maybe these battlers need to get a job. If you don't want to get a job because it's against the streets to you, right? I'm gonna read the super chats in a minute. If you don't want to get a job because of that, blog. Shotgun Suge has become a blogger. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like bloggers are doing better than battlers now. Is what it seems like. You know what I mean? So maybe blog. Figure it out. Figure out the algorithm or whatever. Blog. You know what I'm saying? Goods has got a channel. He can control, like, kind of control his narrative. You see him? Jay Mills has got a channel. It's popping, right? DNA's got a channel. If he feels like going back and forth or doing whatever he wants to do, he's got a YouTube channel. He can do it. You know, people will listen to him. He can get 100-some thousand views if it's drama or what, you know, or if he's putting out, you know, like diss responses, he's going to get views and stuff. You know, maybe do that. You know what I mean? Maybe do both. You know, if you can. You know, and I see Henny Man. He's like a battler and a blogger. You know what I mean? And the numbers he does, like, he's doing like numbers like us. So I know he's making like pretty good money where he don't have to battle if he don't feel like doing it. All right. Maybe y'all should do that because it's not really much residual and battle right. And that I feel like is the problem. That whatever contractual agreements that y'all have, and I get it, you know, somebody's just offering you a lump sum of money. You kind of just want to get the money and do the battle. But people don't think about the future. Right, I heard Chris Petty. He went on 15 Minutes of Fame. He was talking to Ra, and he was like, a lot of these battlers don't understand. There's like different like companies that they can get involved with, so that they can get residuals for their battles or whatever like that, like the rounds and material. Like if it goes to different platforms, I don't know how that would work. The only reason I say I don't know how that would work because the league owns the battle. You know, so maybe they could do like a licensing or something like that to the league for the, you know, and then after a certain amount of time after the battle, I know people don't want me to say this, after the battle, then they can, you know, start recouping from the rounds and stuff. Maybe they could do something like that to where these battlers are not out here, you know, being popular for free until they can get a battle. And this is why you would probably see a lot of people in the spaces talking in groups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to any little money that they can get, they'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Or shout out to Tati. She might do like a space and have a bunch of, you know, battlers and stuff in there. And then maybe T-Top might start a space and, you know what I'm saying? But T-Top got a league and, you know what I'm saying? He battles, he's active and stuff. So he get money from all areas. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, maybe do something that's going to really generate like money, like, and no diss to Twitter. I might post stuff on Twitter. It don't pay nowhere near as YouTube. I like y'all that y'all post on Twitter and do what y'all do and react to it and all that, you know, but Twitter ain't really making, like, I get paid from Twitter. I know what it is. It's not making that much money. The amount of time that's spent on Twitter is, you're making very little, way less than any other platform. You know, so maybe like look at the other platforms and maybe figure out how to maneuver and go and do something. I don't know. Maybe Twerk, do a podcast. I can sit here and be like, yo, Twerk, wait, this is terrible. Like you should never have done the battle. We know he shouldn't have done the battle. He shouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? It should not have happened. He should have said, I'm not ready. Not done the battle. Just scrap the battle at this point. After so many no-shows, scrap the battle. If you don't want to do it, you know, or if you're not ready, you're not prepared, the fans are more important than you getting this bag right now. You know what I mean? At least I would think, but he could really need them. I don't know what's going on. I'm not in his shoes. But when you are stomping on your fans over and over and over again, they get tired to the point, and then you kind of smirking when you're saying, oh, sorry for the fans, right? And then the manager is sitting there like, oh, well, our kids is good. Christmas is coming up. But we thinking like we have Christmas coming up and we just had to buy a pay-per-view to see this. You know what I mean? And it's like, what about like that $20 could have added to be something else? Another present for somebody. Or maybe I could have bought something on Amazon and had it shipped to somebody or something. You see what I'm saying? Like rent is high for some, you know what I mean? Some people, a lot of people, right? Mortgages are high for people. People got bills, light bills, gas bills, car notes. You know what I mean? Like people don't understand there's events. Y'all get paid to go to all of this. We have to pay to watch all of this. You know what I mean? So don't like just look at us as just like, we're just a bag and that's it. You know what I mean? Because we support, right? Now it's starting to get to a point and I see the rumblings going on, like how people are starting to feel with the fans and everything. You know, I heard one angry fan was saying he's getting tired of this, right? I said in my recap, I'm not buying any, you know what I mean, any pay-per-views that's got him on it. I'm not telling y'all not to do that. I'm not doing it. I'm going on Reddit. I'm going different places and I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? Buying some new Timberlands. It is what it is. Thug life. I'm not buying it. Whether you put him as the co-main event, you put him on the undercard, I am not buying it. I'm tired of it. Clean papers on the card, I'm not buying it. 40 bars on the card, I'm not buying it. That's my opinion on it. You know what I mean? I can't control everything else. If the TBO whatever league, you know what I mean, they book this person again versus somebody, I won't be doing blogs like buy the pay-per-view. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? But I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell people to buy it. I'm gonna watch it though. You know what I mean? You know, and people kind of know me. They know how, you know, I'm not buying this. And we're not just like dumpsters that you can just do whatever you want and then throw your trash on and just be like, sorry to the fans. Our Christmas is good. That doesn't fly. No more. This is like, how many years? Look at the state of battle rap now. People don't even want to go to events. Y'all get paid to, you know, when an event's going on, y'all get comps and hotels and flights and, you know what I mean? You walk in and you know what I mean? People love you and all of this. You go, you do your job, choke or not, you get paid, right? Maybe the leagues need to start revising these contracts. And if the battler don't want to go along with it, oh, well, we ain't booking you. Because our league is on the line now. TBL has a situation where they couldn't complete a battle with Cassidy. People are looking at them like the audio was messed up. Like this is going on, that is going on. We're not getting any real talk from the league, right? And then there's another battle that, you know, we finding out didn't go on. And then Eazy's going live and, you know, putting the league out there like, you know, the league got to say something and they being quiet. You know, up until they pull up on Verb Spaces and the guy said nobody got paid. Other than that, like that's the only, and he was joking when he said it. So I don't know if that's true or not. You know, so it's like the consumer confidence has to be the first priority. And right now with TBL, I like that they can book battles that a lot of leagues can't book. I like that. You know what I mean? I like that they're starting to generate to where they got like respect and people say, oh, maybe that battle should happen on TBL. And maybe, I like that. But the way things are starting to move, you know, and how they're handling people that play people in different leagues on a regular basis, it's kind of getting out of control. You know what I mean? Like, at least like, nah, we're not booking him no more for a year. Or, you know what I mean? Like, if he hasn't done that to them that much to where they, you know what I mean? But like, we cool on it for a minute. You know what I mean? What's wrong with saying that? If I'm a fan, what's wrong with saying that? Even if that's not the case, right? If they just come out and say, look, we understand there's been a couple of hiccups, what's going on, we get the frustration. You know, the only thing we can do is try to make the battle happen, right? But shout out to Chilla Jones. He came out, he talked about the Eazy thing and all of that, right? But like when something happens, step out and say something like, we did everything we could do. All we could do is book the artist, right? That'll give the fans a little bit more, you know, okay. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so But now you got people like, I see it floating around. Oh, I'm about to try, get my money back from this. Or media, like, I mean, I said it. Like, I mean, I'm real. Like, hey, the microphones was messed up. It took a while for y'all to put the Cassidy battle back up. I'm asking for a refund. I ain't telling people what to do, but that's what I'm doing. It's starting to get to a point to where, and we had to deal with battlers no showing for years now. You know what I mean? Even though the point I'm doing intros. I don't care if people mad that I do it or not, I'm doing it. But it's just like, y'all can't, and then like they have a face-off, right? And I know the face-off was pre-recorded. I found out that it was pre-recorded before it was dropped, right? Like a minute before it was dropped. And it's like, Twerk kind of showing respect to Eazy or whatever. Eazy showing respect to Twerk or whatever. It's like they cool, they got rapport, right? He's not up there like trashing them or nothing, but they cool, they got rapport, right? So it's like you had the face-off, right? The battle's supposed to happen. You cancel the battle, you know what I mean, for whatever reason. The first time, I ain't about to go crazy on that. The first time, he had his issue, right? The second time is just like the Eazy situation, right? So, but he should have been prepared to do that battle. This time he does the battle and he bombs in the battle. And he's holding, you know what I mean? Like, it looks like he went shopping or something, you know what I mean? Like he's basically holding our, like he not probably thinking about it like this, but he's holding our money. You see what I'm saying? You're holding our money. And then this is just like the smiles that, like, it's just, come on, man.
Yeah, the same thing bro said, like, shit needed to get done. At the end of the day, got rescheduled a couple of times. Let's get it done, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Eazy and his camp, it is what it is. I'm chilling, man. Christmas is this week. My kid's about to be fine. His kid's about to be fine. Right. Izzy's birthday tomorrow. Like, I can't wait.
But the fans are so accustomed now to this happening on a regular basis. It needs to stop. You know what I mean? And if you're the manager, the one thing you want to do is the PR for the artist. You know what I mean? And this is not, I'm not getting on here yelling, oh, Anwar, this and that. It's just ways you could talk, right? You know what I mean? But it's just like, we spend a lot of money on these pay-per-views regularly. You know what I mean? So it's like the fans are just getting tired of it. You know what I mean? And then I will say this, right? And people, they're going to get mad at me for saying this. There was a time where Twerk, and it wasn't super far away, right? To where he went like a year, like going crazy. He had the Big K battle, like all of that. Like he went crazy, right? And so when he did bad, everybody talked about when he did bad. When he did good, everybody was like, yo, like he might be Battler of the Year. He should get Battler of the Year, right? It's not that people don't. Maybe some people don't like him. You know what I mean? But if he does good, I feel like I'm fair. I'm not just blogging on him just Twerk is terrible and all, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm being fair about it. You do bad, I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? For the most part, it is what it is. Thug life, I'm sorry. No diss. You know what I'm saying? But if you do good, I'm gonna say you do good. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you're going through so much in your life, you know what I mean, to where the real life is catching up, or this is happening, and it's so many red flags going on. Maybe it's time to say, I'm not doing this for a year until I'm a grown man, until I can get my life in the right direction. I'm not doing this for a while. Or what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying, sit out for a minute, right? Come back, maybe do, like, if I'm managing him or something like that, right? Maybe, what battle do y'all really want to see New Jersey Twerk take? All right, we're going to do the battle, whatever league, right? Twerk don't really be doing the politics. Sometimes he does, but very rarely, right? It's a contract battler. You book him and he does, you know what I mean? Whatever. But whatever battle, you know what I mean? Like, work out a deal to where maybe the league doesn't, the one that this just happened to, you know what I mean? Maybe they don't have to, maybe they can get a break on maybe the booking of him. You know, or maybe they can to put something together, maybe a one-off with somebody or something, you know, to give to the fans and drop it. You know what I mean? Or something to get back into good graces. But just like laughing and you know what I mean? Our Christmas is good. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? Maybe some people think it does. It doesn't work. Maybe and I don't know what's in the bag. You know, I don't know. Maybe he got Christmas presents in the bag. I don't know. You know, but if I wouldn't be, I would be getting my mind right. You know what I mean? Maybe cut out the smoking, cut out all this, because something is going. We get older, right? You start getting older. You might forget things here and there. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I go in the house and where my phone at? Phone's in my pocket. I'm running around looking for my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I just had my keys. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? You know, you forget stuff. Imagine like remembering like rounds when you start aging, right? So if something's happening, maybe cut down on things to prevent that from speeding up. Maybe don't tip the liquor that much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just chill on that for a while. You know what I mean? And take a step back and look at your career. Because I feel like, to me, right, when you write the story of battle rap, calligraphy, shout to Battle Factz, calligraphy. When you write this story of battle rap, right, the story of Twork is going to be in there. The ups and downs, the highlights, the bad moments, the when he should have showed up versus Surf and he lost, and like all of this. They should have showed up versus Swamp. He wasn't prepared. He lost. He should have showed up versus this person. He lost. But then you thought he was going to lose, and he gave you a crazy battle with Rock. You thought he might lose versus Big K. He ends up winning the battle. You thought he was going to lose versus Rex. They have somewhat of a debatable. You thought, you know, and then it's just like, you know, his story is going to be all over the place, but at the end of the day, you're telling his story when you talk about battle rap because he's one of the ones. You remember his rounds. You know what I mean? Coinstar, even the way I'm dumping change, fresh out the machine, clean. What's clean? It's only clean when I mop up the kill. Forget trick. I give a shotgun for real. Like, you remember what he said because he's been great so many times. You know, but we can't be blinded by somebody being great so many times, but still doing this to us. And then he's in the face off with Eazy saying like, I earned the right to be able to do all of this. To not show up and the fans be like, maybe if he's 100%, maybe then, you know, he's going to win. Or maybe if he's like, I earned the right. I could do that. I'm a dog. This is what he said. You know what I mean? So he's comfortable with this. And with the interview that Anwar is doing when he's talking to Three Letter Man and he's talking, you know, the 15 minutes of fame, it's he might not be comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Maybe some people, I don't know, you know, but it's the pressure on maybe, but the smiling when this is, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, man, like yeah, we're losing money. You know what I mean? And even if he's on a different card, if it's a different card, right? And he might be that battler that made you say, I'm going to fly to this event. They admire him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm going to fly to this event, right? And see this event. And, you know, you go there and you're ready to watch the battle and he chokes. Or you get that, because a lot of times these leagues don't want to tell you until the last minute, right? Or you go there and somebody gets on stage like, oh, he's not here. That's what used to happen. You know what I mean? I don't say the league or whatever, but it used to happen, you know? So it's like people, and can you imagine getting on Priceline or Expedia and you know what I mean? You got bills, you got stuff going on and you just like, yo, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go to a battle. I've been watching all the drama. The circus is going on. Like, I want to go to the battle. I'm ready. Right. And this might be your first battle. And you've heard, oh, man, like this dude, he goes crazy when you see him and all of that. I've seen Twork live a lot of times. I met him a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So Like, I've seen what he can do on stage, like, if he's great. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him when he wasn't as great, right? But I've seen him when he was great. People might hear, like, maybe a blog or maybe somebody saying, oh, man, you can see, hey, you might have a great time. You get there, you do all of this, right? You wait in a line. You might even get early. Remember, people used to go early to battles. You know what I mean? And then you wait in line or whatever. You go online, you wait, and then they take forever for the battles to start. Then you got to wait for all the battles that you don't want to see, and you want to get to the main event. Finally, after hours and hours, people stepping on your brand new shoes, all of that. You know, your back hurting, whatever. You ready for the battle, and he's not here. Or he gets on stage, and oh, man, he jerseys around. And he loses clearly to somebody. You know what I mean? And you just like, man, I just spent all of this money for this. And if you're in a situation to where you need money, Twerk, or whatever, and you got to get the money for however you got to get it, think about the people that got to spend the money. And I think that's what is being, like, lost. The sight is being lost on that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But, you know, my opinion, I just, you know, I'm not buying it. You know what I mean? Like, if he's booked, I'm not buying it. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They can get mad at me, whatever. I'm just not. And he's got to, for me to, like, buy, you know, I say 3 battles. For me to buy something that's got Twerk on it, I want to see at least 4 battles, or something really has to be done to mitigate this damage. You know what I mean? And he's got to be flawless in these battles for me to want to, like, maybe the leagues need to, like, hear his rounds. If he's known to be a late prepper, and leagues, I know they don't really care. At the end of the day, it's the bottom line, right? The bottom line is how many people did this person bring into the door? The bottom line is how many people did this person attract to buy pay-per-views so that we can pay for the venue, so we can pay for everybody's flights, so we can, you know, be reimbursed, you know what I mean, for everything. What it costs to put the servers and everything, to put the pay-per-view on, and like the taxes for everything. Like, you have to, like, who's going to bring in the traffic? So a lot of times, like, it's the people that do stuff like this that will bring in the traffic on certain cards. And the league may be like, well, we kind of made our money back. But then when you start getting people doing chargebacks, you know what I mean? Or you know, asking for refunds, don't that hurt y'all bottom line? Don't that make y'all take a step back? Like, I don't know. Like, this ain't as profitable as I thought. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Whatever he's going through, I hope he gets it together. You know what I mean? But I just can't keep paying for he's going through this and he's going through that. And he, you know what I mean? Like, I don't hate him. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude. But battle-wise, he's doing a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, making a lot of errors, you know what I mean? And mistakes that I don't think he should be doing at this point in his career. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But I it's to the point now that where people don't even want to watch battles no more. Like, battlers, this is crazy. And then when you look at, and this is not like to, when you look at everything Eazy's been through, right? Oh, the Eazy haters are not gonna like this. When you look at everything this dude, Eazy just went up against a marketing campaign from Cassidy while preparing for 2 battles. This is something that y'all don't think, oh, Eazy, he ain't this and he ain't that, he's overrated. This is what I when I go live and I talk about him, this is what people say. Oh, he can't do this and he can't do, he's a star for a reason. He knows, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what, you know what I mean, people don't like me or not, right? If I get on that stage and I win a battle, you know what I mean? Like, the battle's gonna outlast a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. Some things it can't outlast. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the culture, they turn on you. I mean, some things it can't outlast. You know what I mean? But to go through a marketing campaign where every day you wake up, Cassidy is just, they pay Cassidy that much money for a reason. You know what I mean? Because he's great at marketing and promoting and getting you to buy the pay-per-view and getting you to, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not you want to see him win or lose, you're going to watch it, right? You're going to talk about it. This is going to be talked about everywhere. Joe Budden podcast, everybody's talking about it. There's a reason why Cassidy is booked and paid so much. So I didn't care when everybody was hating on Cassidy. Oh, well, yeah, he's getting paid because of this and that and this and that. Well, he's getting paid because he's making me want to buy the pay-per-view. You're not making me want to buy pay-per-views. You're hating on him. And he's out here making me want to buy the pay-per-view. So I didn't care what people were saying about that, right? Eazy's got to deal with all of that. Oh, Eazy, why you ain't marketing and promoting? Why you ain't doing this and that? Everybody just bam, every day, bam, bam, bam. And he's got to get ready for a dangerous battle with Twork. And he's got to get ready for Philly that don't even think he's from there now. Right? And so you about to walk into all of this and he's still, you know what I mean? And then after the battle doesn't have with Twork, he still gets prepared and he's 30s. They won't give Eazy respect for that. I'm just saying it. They won't do that. You know what I mean? But Twork can get up there and ain't had none of that going on. Other than when he missed the first battle, people was on him. You know what I mean? But that excuse for that one, which, you know, people don't want to give him a lot of grace, right? But the excuse for that one was more acceptable. But then the battle didn't happen again. You know what I mean? But then you know what I mean? Then but it's just like after the first time, he didn't really have to deal because a lot of that died down. Everybody was going to Twork, Eazy. So he had a lot of material he could have pulled from. He had a lot of, you know what I'm saying, latitude with the battle because a lot of people wanted to see him win the battle. You know what I'm saying? So people they stopped pressing him. I'm pretty sure. Or they just didn't like Eazy, whatever. And Eazy was the target of the day. Because Eazy might have said something. He might have, you know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? But Twork didn't have to deal with all of this. When he gets up there and he says, you know, life is lifing. You know, I just had, you know, or they say, you know, he had to be there, he had to show up. And then Twork is saying, like, in the face off, he's saying, like, yo, I just get, you know, it ain't about, like, I think he said something along the lines, it's not about, like, how good I rap. I just got to show up. I get paid to show up. Like, it's the cues, like, the things that he's putting out there, and now it's, like, making sense. But it's just like, man, the fans are important. It's hard to get people to buy things. Like, URL struggled with trying to get people to get the app. You know what I mean? Like, they, you know, you seen the interviews and they talk about why don't people want to get the app or whatever. They can get Netflix and then they finally got people to get the app. It took a while and they gave people free content for years. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you like the app or not, people are buying pay-per-views because they want to see you. $70, $60, you know what I'm saying? $50, $20 for a pay-per-view, whatever, because they want to see you. $40, depending on the league, right? And they're coming out their pocket to see you. They fly into locations. How many times I don't even know over the years, bloggers can tell you that, right? That people hit them up. Like, I flew out here to come see this person and this, and they going off on us like we the person that booked them. It's the frustration of the fans. You know what I mean? That you don't, when they're willing to pay to see you, they're the most important thing. Make sure they're happy. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Thug life. Somebody said, did they upgrade it? I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like a URL app. You know what I mean? Blog or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta get with an attorney, figure out how I'm gonna talk about this first. No, but shout out to everybody. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.